Dear honored guests and colleagues, it's a pleasure to join with you in sharing a meal together in celebration of the new appointment of Professor Joseph Sassoon to the Sheikh Sabah Al-Salem Al-Sabah chair here at Georgetown University. My name is Rochelle Davis, and I'm an associate professor and also the academic director of our Master of Arts in Arab Studies program. ضيوفنا الأعزاء وضيفاتنا العزيزات، يسعدنا أن نتناول معكم هذا العشاء احتفالاً بهذا التعيين الجديد لأستاذ يوسف الساسون لكرسي الشيخ صباح السالم الصباح للاقتصاد السياسي الخليجي هنا في جامعة جورجتاون. اسمي روشال ديفيس، وأنا أستاذة مشاركة وأيضاً مديرة البرنامج الأكاديمي في مركز الدراسات العربية المعاصرة. إنه لشرف عظيم أن أحدثكم هذا المساء بالذات، لأن هذه السنة هي الذكرى 40 لتأسيس المركز. لقد خرجنا أكثر من 700 طالبة وطالب بشهادة الماجستير. فماذا يعني ذلك؟ كما تعلمت وأنا بنت من وسط فلاحي أمريكي، وأنا أتكلم العربية، وأن أسهم بإذن الله بالمعرفة الصحيحة والخطاب الأكاديمي والعام، فكذلك من طلابنا أن يفعلوا. طلابنا يتخرجون وهم يتمتعون بدرجة عالية من الكفاءة في لغة الضاد، وذلك بدراسة اللغة العربية ساعتين على الأقل يومياً، ولديهم أيضاً كورسات في السياسة والاقتصاد والأدب والمجتمع ومختلف القضايا المعاصرة. وكما يسرنا سروراً عظيماً أن يلتحق بنا الدكتور يوسف ساسون لإثراء مركزنا. It's a great honor to speak here in what is the Center for Contemporary Arab Studies' 40th year of existence. And we have graduated more than 700 students with this degree. But what does that mean? Just as I, a farm girl from California, learned to speak Arabic and hopefully contribute well-informed knowledge to scholarly and public discourse, so too do we ask of our students. They obtain advanced proficiency in Arabic through at least 2 hours of Arabic study a day. They take courses in politics, economics, literature, society, and a variety of contemporary issues. And it enriches us to have Professor Joseph Sassoon among us. It's really short in English and it's really long in Arabic. Okay, bear with me. وبالمناسبة أريد أن أشير إلى بنت أخرى من عالم الفلاحة، وهي من بلدة الشوبك في الأردن، وهي عفاف الخشمان. وين عفاف؟ التي ناولت منحة المؤسسة الكويتية الأمريكية. وأود هنا أن أتوجه الشكر الجزيل لهذه المؤسسة، فقد مكن إسهام المؤسسة السخي هذه الطالبة من الدراسة في جامعة جورجتاون والحصول على شهادة الماجستير. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge another farm girl, this one from Shobak, Jordan, Ms. Afaf Khoshman, who is the first recipient of our Kuwait America Foundation Scholarship, and to thank the Kuwait America Foundation for their very generous contribution, making it possible for her to attend Georgetown and receive her MA degree. We want our students, American, Arab, and from around the world, to understand the Arab world deeply so that they can be of service to others in the betterment of our world. We thank you for supporting our students and faculty in so many different ways and for the many opportunities that this support affords CCAS and the Georgetown community. نريد لطالباتنا سواء كانوا أمريكيين أو عرب أو غيرهم أن يفهموا العالم العربي فهماً عميقاً من أجل خدمة الغير في مجال خلق عالم أفضل. وختاماً نشكركم كل الشكر على دعم طلابنا وأساتذتنا بشتى الطرق. والسلام عليكم وبالهنا والشفاء. Bon appetit.
In the Quran we read, لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. There is no good in most of their secret talks, save him or her who orders charity to be given and good to be made, or orders for reconciliation between mankind. Indeed, peace is better. Let us all pray. Our loving God, all praise is due to you. You are the Al-Qayyum, the Al-Rahman, the Al-Rahim, the Al-Alim, the Al-Hakim. You are the first and the last. You are the everlasting. You are the compassionate. You are the merciful. You are the bestower of all good. You are the all-knowing. You are the sustainer. You are the wise. You are the light. You are the guide. You are the Lord of Abraham, Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad. May peace be upon all of them. We thank you, dear God, for allowing us to be here tonight, to thank all those who made the Sheikh Sabah Al-Salem Al-Sabah chair at Georgetown possible. Oh God, we thank you for granting us the ability to be from among those whom you have blessed with health, family, education, love, wealth, and life. And ask that you help us to uphold our tradition of compassion for all. Oh God, we sincerely thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to be here, to gain and seek knowledge in an effort to affect, change, and better the lives of those people around us, truly working as women and men for others, all of which has happened here tonight due to the generosity of the government of Kuwait, the family of Al-Sabah, and the great people of Kuwait. Dear God, we ask you to protect, safeguard, and grant peace to us here in the United States of America and there in our beloved Kuwait. We ask that you bless our professor, Professor Jassoon, and enable him to lead the chair with integrity and compassion. Dear God, we ask you to bestow upon us your guidance and your love in all that may come in our future endeavors, in the paths that we may follow, in the roads that we may travel, and in the obstacles that we will face, and in the hardships that we seek to overcome as we move forward with the chair of Sabah Al-Salem Al-Sabah. Oh God, we ask as we break bread together that you grant us wisdom, insight, and good judgment in our decisions for the present and the future of our world. That all of us will be able, through this chair, to espouse a culture of passion for compassion, promoting a global humanitarian action. We ask you to remind us of what binds us all together as Kuwaitis and as Americans, which is the pursuit of happiness, peace, justice, and mercy. Oh God, we ask that you fill our hearts, minds, and paths with your light as we inaugurate this profound chair and as we break bread together. Bless the food and the friendship that comes with the food and with the chair and with your love, so that we may be able to promote politics of justice, economics of equity, and covenant of community through the chair. The dominion is yours, God, forever and ever. ودعونا نقول آمين. Amen. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor now to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Hassan Al-Ibrahim. Dr. Al-Ibrahim is former Minister of Education and served as Rector of Kuwait University from 1975 to 1980, where he taught courses in the Faculty of Commerce, Economics, and Political Science. He is currently Chairman of the Board of the Kuwait Society for the Advancement of Arab Children, which aims to advance education in the Arab world and specialized knowledge in the development of young children. He is also founding director and chairman of the Kuwait America Foundation, whose core mission is to express gratitude for American sacrifices during the Gulf War and to strengthen ties between the peoples of the United States and Kuwait. And as I mentioned earlier, Dr. Ibrahim was our original Kuwaiti interlocutor in crafting the agreement to endow the Al-Sabah chair in 1980, and he has since remained a constant supporter of the Center for Contemporary Arab Studies and of Georgetown University, having even served on the board of advisors of the CCAS in the 1980s and 1990s. And I'm delighted to have Dr. Ibrahim with us, and I invite you to join me in giving him our warmest welcome to Georgetown University.
Thank you, Osama, for a nice introduction. Since Dr. Mohammed Sabah started about his first experience in the States, just remind me of my own experience. Here's a guy from Kuwait who went to school in Damascus and came to the States, and I was 17 years old. Don't speak a single word of English. Went to a college in the Midwest to study English. My first week, whenever say to me hi, I look to the ceiling. I didn't know what they mean by hi. Anyway, good evening to all of you. President Joya, Dean Hellman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great honor and pleasure to address you this evening at a special occasion in this great center of higher learning, Georgetown University. It is also a very sentimental moment for me personally. It was 40 years ago when the idea of establishing a center for contemporary Arab studies was discussed among a small group of scholars, including myself. That was 1975, and the dream became a reality the same year. I had a modest role in the creation of the center and then served in the advisory board for some time. The center has made what Senator William Fulbright said 10 years after its founding. He said, and I quote, "University moved to fill the need for understanding Senator Fulbright said with remarkable insight, Georgetown University moved to fill the need for understanding of the Arab people by creating a Center for Contemporary Studies. It is significant contribution to our country." End of quote. I am sure all us are proud of what has been achieved over time. Many thanks to the directors, administrative staff who have guided the center since its establishment. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait by the coalition of combined forces from 37 countries led by the United States. When Kuwait was invaded and under Saddam occupation I was in Washington. My friends at Georgetown, along with other friends in Washington and elsewhere in the state, showered me with kindness, love, and sympathy. Georgetown even went so far to offer me housing because I didn't have a home. We Kuwaitis owe our freedom and liberation to the US and to the international coalition. And I will never forget those friends who saw me through the challenging months that I lived here. I loved them the way Jalal al-Din al-Rumi loved his friend. He expressed his love in these following words: I love my friends neither with my heart nor with my mind, just in case the heart may stop and the mind may forget. I love them with my soul. The soul forever continues and does not forget. This year also marked the 25th anniversary of the establishment of CAF. The Kuwait America Foundation, established in May 1991 in Washington, D.C., was created to express gratitude for American sacrifices during the Gulf War and strengthen its among the people of the two countries. CAF has particularly focused its resources in education, cultural exchange, and program for youth and disadvantaged persons. All CAF events and programs communicate the sincere desire of the people of Kuwait to have a lasting and strong relationship at a grassroots level with the United States. CAF endeavored to achieve many missions. Among its most notable achievement is a program to reduce youth violence among children in America. The Do the Right Thing Challenge program. Since its inception in DC in 1994, the challenge has become CAF's largest and most renowned program. The program expanded substantially during its first 2 years. By 1996, the challenge was in 10 cities across the country. And each year, more cities became involved in the program. Currently, we have 31 major cities are active in the challenge. CAF was able, through this program, to reach more than 1.5 million American children. It's quite an achievement. Georgetown University was the first university in North America to establish a specialized center for the contemporary Arab studies. There were programs in other universities in the Middle East or in the Islamic studies, but they covered the whole of the Middle East and include Turkey, Iran, Pakistan, and Israel. Georgetown Center has established itself as the most comprehensive university-based Arab studies program in the US. Because of this unique distinction, Kuwait in 1980 was the first to endow a chair at the center. The Kuwait chair, after the visit in the late 1979 of a delegation from Georgetown headed by Dean Peter Crow, Professor Michael Hudson, and the late Professor H.R.H. An agreement was signed between Kuwait University and Georgetown University to establish a chair in the name of the late ruler of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al-Salem Al-Sabah, 1965-1977. Sheikh Sabah was a man of vision. He believed in education and always said, and I quote, "People are the enemies of that which they do not know. الناس أعداء ما جهلوا." Education and knowledge are the candles that light the darkness, keep the flame going at all times. These were his words every time I had the audience with His Highness. At that time, I was the rector of Kuwait University. This is another reason I am with you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, to honor the vision of a great man, a great Arab leader. Kuwait efforts to educate its people through very generous financial support has its root back before the discovery of oil in 1940s. Kuwait leading merchants family had been supporting education from the beginning of the 20th century. At that time, Kuwait was a leading trading country. Its merchant fleet estimated to be more than 2,000 ships. They are very active and traded in all of the major ports of the Gulf, East Africa, and India. Kuwaiti leading merchants maintained offices and even residence in Aden, Karachi, Bombay, Pune, and Goa. As a result of the exposure to other societies, especially India, Kuwait became aware of the importance of school and education, most likely before most other Arab societies. With rapid economic development as a result of the discovery of oil, the country had a well-developed international outlook. After its independence in 1961, Kuwait started a significant international outreach program with the establishment of the Kuwait Fund for the Arab Economic Development in early 1960. In 1965, Kuwait University was established, although even before that, thousands of Kuwaitis, both young women and men, had been receiving scholarship to study in Europe and the United States. I was one of them. In 1970, Kuwait started its first international academic outreach by establishing a chair at Harvard University for the study of Islamic science and the Middle East Study Center. Currently, Kuwait's program of academic exchange and collaboration has expanded to include the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, the MIT, the London School of Economics, Oxford and Cambridge University in England, Sciences Po in Paris, Georgetown University, and George Washington University in DC. Of course, unlike goodwill grants or outright donation, academic exchange between countries is a two-way street. The less developed country has the benefit of its students engaging in all the program offering of the more developed countries. This could be through the exchange of professors or students or joint research projects. The more developed partners benefit from the addition and competition of acquiring minds and creative talents to its students' body and faculty. So unlike a donation or a grant, the cooperation is two-way street. I always insist on this point. With the world being characterized as a global village, we should reflect on the words of Jacques Delors, the French economic and politician who said, "The world is our village. If one house catches fire, the roof all over our heads are immediately at risk. If any one of us try to start rebuilding, his effort will be purely symbolic. Solidarity has to be the order of the day. Each of us must bear his own share of the general responsibilities. Solidarity and shared responsibility can only occur between societies if understanding of and between society take place. Isn't this one of the most important goals of higher education? To correct misconception and misunderstanding between countries. I could think of no other way, no better way than for educational institution to be the instrument of understanding between the people of the world. President Johnson stated the following words at the commencement speech at Brown University in 1964. He said, "At the desk where I sit in Washington, I have learned one great truth. The answer for all of our national problems, the answer for all the problems of the world, comes down when you really analyze it to one single word: education. Universal free public education is the very foundation upon which our society each other that tolerance and peace are developing in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can achieve this goal, providing educational opportunity for our citizens, their citizen to education. Let us commit ourselves then to this end, to educate, to empower, and to enable our society to improve what we started here in 1975. God bless Georgetown University. God bless you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Al-Ibrahim, for your thoughtful and stimulating keynote address. We're coming close to the conclusion of this evening's ceremonies, and I wanted to thank once again our distinguished guests from Kuwait for entrusting us with the professorial Al-Sabah chair, and I congratulate Professor Sassoon on his welcome appointment as its third holder. We will have remembrances for our distinguished guests from Kuwait, and I think that they're on their way. So we will be handing you some gifts as a token of our appreciation, as a remembrance of our evening, our wonderful evening together. I want to thank also President DeJoya, Provost Groves, Dean Hellman, for their encouragement and support of Arab studies. I'm also delighted to see among our attendees my colleagues Dean Chester Gillis and Professor Jeffrey Anderson, and I thank you for attending our ceremony. On this note, I would also want to extend a special and personal thank you to the staff of the President's Office, the Dean's Office, and the CCAS for coming together to organize another brilliant and spotless public event. So all my thanks to you. And it goes without saying, thank you all for attending and for your continued engagement with Georgetown University and the Center for Contemporary Arab Studies. I wish you all a good night and safe travels.